Hello, hello, and welcome to a new um, a new kind of side quest that I've added to my main areas of interest here. Um, a lot of talk recently about job losses and job market and people being laid off, and just kind of scrolling through the news here, you can see there's lots of you know blah blah blah, but with job searching and other stuff. So in all this doom and gloom, I figured I would sit there and try to impart some of the tips and tricks that I've learned in the past, having been a member of the job searching area, and also helping other people to do job searches, because that was one of my recent positions, right? So that was kind of cool. So I'll get into what it was that I did and how I helped in a future video. But I just wanted to. This one's just a short kind of intro, just to kind of establish the space and kind of get my creative thoughts going. But one thing I would like to say is, a lot of times people have they feel like they're doing something wrong if they're not getting lots of interviews or they're not getting lots of callbacks. The thing, though, that you should think about when you are searching for a job is that a particular position might get hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, depending on how visible the position becomes. So the fact that you're filtered out, that you're not the one of 100 or 10 or 5 people that they sat there and decided to have an interview with. Even if it's only 100 people and they sit there and they pick 10 people, right? You've only got a 10% chance. So the one thing that I would like to sit there and make everybody who's job seeking aware of is that it's very important to realize that job seeking is a numbers game, right? So you have to sit there and you have to apply to potentially lots of jobs, right? So the thing is that by applying to more jobs, you have more chances. One thing that I would caution is not to apply to, every job that might be a potential. And we'll talk a little bit about techniques going forward. But the idea is that, you can burn yourself out by focusing on getting to the place where you're applying to the maximum number of jobs and your actually applications and what you're sending to employers is becoming less effective and basically tired because you're tired, right? So what I would say is, try to be thoughtful. All right. Like I said, we'll get more into it. I have lots of thoughts about how to approach job searching and how to do things. One last thing that I'll say, just to keep this intro short and sweet, is with regards to resumes. So we'll go through resumes. That'll be one of the things that I'll do. But having said that, I think it's very important to understand that everybody has an opinion on resumes, right? They're like people's buttholes, to say it in a nice way. Everyone has one. Everyone has an opinion on how your resume should look. The only person that really matters is you, because it's your resume, right? So I would caution you, listen to people's feedback, right? Because maybe someone sees something you don't see, or maybe someone has a really good point. And I think that you should sit there and try to improve your resume on a continual basis, 100% for sure. However, if someone says, "Oh, you're using Arial and you should be using Helvetica," well, if you like Helvetica better or Arial better or Times New Roman better, whatever the font is, unless it's some kind of like Comic Sans that can't be read, or some symbolic thing that someone has to translate. Is if it's something that people can read in the language that you're submitting your resume in, I think it's fine. There's some things to be said about, consistency, like don't have 4 different fonts in the body. You can have a different font from the headings to the body. I think that's okay, but don't mix and match. And I mean, this was something that I'll come clean. I accidentally did. As I moved from one version to another, I guess the default font changed. I didn't notice it when I added new stuff. To me, it's the content that's important. But one of my reviewers at one point said, "Hey, your fonts don't match." So I obviously corrected that. So, anyways, I think that's it. It's a little bit longer actually than I had hoped. It's a little over. It's almost 6 minutes now. So I'll sign off, and I'll see you in future videos. Take care and see you soon.